Yeah, good morning, students. We were discussing module 6, that is capital structure and dividend decision. In yesterday's class, we had discussed about optimal capital structure. How to determine the optimal capital structure we were discussing. So, two problems already we have solved in the previous class. So, optimal capital structure formula, overall cost of capital you need to calculate by multiplying cost of equity into weight of equity plus cost of debt into weight of debt plus cost of preference share capital into weight of preference share capital. Simple problem. Two problems already we have solved in the previous class, and we also we have also seen the format regarding EBIT and EPS analysis. Normally in the problem they will give EBIT, that is earning before interest and tax. From earning before interest and tax you need to deduct interest. That interest is only relating to debenture capital or debt capital. One more name for debenture capital is long term borrowings. So that interest you have to deduct, then you will get EBT, that is earning before tax. Then deduct the tax portion, whatever the corporate tax given in the problem, that you deduct. Then you will get earning after tax or profit after tax. From earning after tax or profit after tax, deduct the portion of preference dividend. So that dividend you have to calculate for preference share capital amount. Therefore, in this particular problem, you need to identify the amount of debenture capital, you need to identify the amount of preference share capital, and you need to identify number of equity shares outstanding. That much if you calculate correctly means this type of problem easily you can solve. But you fail to identify how much is debenture capital, then the beginning itself your complete answer goes wrong. Therefore be careful, try to identify the correct figure regarding the debenture capital, preference share capital, as well as number of equity shares. So already one problem we have discussed in previous class. We'll go to the second problem. Yeah, everyone concentrate the second problem, read the question, because at the time of discussing the question itself I will explain everything. How much is debenture capital, how much is preference share capital, how much is number of equity shares, everything I will explain here itself, so that you can just compare the figure in your solution. So see the problem number 2. KPMG Limited has currently ordinary share capital of rupees 25 lakh. Ordinary share capital means equity share capital, don't forget. Ordinary share capital, because first time we are using ordinary share capital in the name of, in the place of equity share capital. So ordinary share capital is nothing but equity share capital. So currently ordinary share capital of rupees 25 lakh, consisting of 25,000 shares of rupees 100 each. So what is the face value of the share? Face value of the share is 100 rupees. 25 lakh is equity share capital, divided by 100 is nothing but 25,000 shares. So number of equity shares how much? 25,000 shares. This is called as existing capital structure. See, last problem also we have discussed existing capital structure as well as amount used for the expansion purpose. Two things we have discussed. So this is called as an existing capital structure. This 25 lakh equity share capital is common for all the plan. Existing capital structure is common for all the plan. Then you have to compare only the additional capital amount with those plan, whatever the plan is given in the problem. I will discuss. For the time being, 25,000 equity shares, 25 lakh equity share capital amount, face value is 100, means 25,000 shares, number of equity shares outstanding, already given in the problem. But in the last problem, number of shares outstanding you calculated, but here it is given in the problem. Next, the management is planning to raise another 20 lakh rupees to finance a major program of expansion through one of the financial plan. This 20 lakh is additional capital. See, Management is planning to raise another 20 lakh rupees for the expansion program, but we don't know how they raised that 20 lakh rupees, whether in the form of equity shares, whether in the form of debenture capital, whether in the form of preference share capital. Really, we don't know. For that, you have to read the plan 1, plan 2, and plan 3 and plan 4, so that you will understand how they divided the additional capital amount. Are you getting? Existing capital structure amount all equity only, but to 20 lakh rupees whatever they have used for expansion program, that we don't know whether it is, whether how much is equity share capital, how much is debenture capital, and how much is preference share capital. Now see the plan, but try to understand whatever the try to understand whatever the plan is given. This plan is applicable only for the additional capital. Additional capital is how much? 20 lakh rupees is the additional capital. Now everyone read the plan. Plan 1, entirely through equity shares. Entirely through equity shares means complete to 20 lakh rupees they raised in the form of ordinary shares. What do you mean by ordinary shares? Once again, it is equity shares. So overall, plan 1, they are not using debenture capital, they are not using preference share capital, completely they are using equity share capital. Now how much equity share capital they are using? Now tell me. 25 lakh existing capital structure, then another 20 lakh they used for equity shares. So total how much? Total 25 lakh plus 20 lakh, it is 45 lakh. 45 lakh equity shares. 45 lakh equity shares means face value is 100, so divide with the 100, so that how many shares in the case of plan 1? In the case of plan 1, 45,000 equity shares. You understand? Did you understand? 45,000 equity shares in the case of plan 1, no debenture capital, no preference share capital. Now in the case of second plan, read the second plan. 10 lakh rupees OS. OS means what? Ordinary share. 10 lakh rupees ordinary share, comma, 10 lakh rupees through long term borrowings at 8% interest. Long term borrowing means debenture capital. Don't forget. Long term borrowing means debenture capital. How much percentage? 8% interest. Now additional capital, how much they have used? 20 lakh. In that 20 lakh, 10 lakh equity shares and 10 lakh debenture. Now in order to calculate the debenture interest, how much percentage you have to use? 8% you have to use. For which amount? 10 lakh amount, because debenture capital amount is 10 lakh into 8% interest. So that is 10 lakh into 8% means how much amount it is? 80,000 rupees debenture interest. 80,000 rupees debenture interest in the case of second plan. You can see the solution part. 80,000 is debenture interest. Now can you tell me how much is the equity shares outstanding? See, existing capital structure 25 lakh. Now 10 lakh ordinary share capital. So 25 lakh plus 10 lakh, 35 lakh. 35 lakh means how many shares? 35,000 shares. That is number of equity shares. But in this second case, preference share capital is not there. Yeah, third one, third plan, everyone concentrate. 5 lakh through ordinary share capital. So already 25 lakh existing capital they have, plus 5 lakh rupees ordinary share capital. So total how much? 30 lakh rupees equity share capital. 30 lakh rupees equity share capital means how much is the equity shares? 30,000 is the equity shares. Next, 5 lakh through ordinary share capital and 15 lakh rupees capital through long term borrowing at a 9% interest rate. So 15 lakh is the debenture amount. 15 lakh debenture, long term borrowing means debenture. So 9% interest means how much amount? 15 lakh into 9%. Everyone use your calculator. 15 lakh debenture capital amount. So 9% interest means 1,35,000 debenture interest in the case of third plan. In the case of third plan, debenture. Note down, if you are not understanding the concept, means note down everything, calculation. 45,000 shares, 35,000 shares, 30,000 shares, 80,000 debenture interest, 1,35,000 debenture interest. But preference share capital missing once again, because in the plan they have not considered preference share capital. Now last plan, plan 4, 10 lakh through ordinary share capital. Already they have 25 lakh ordinary share capital plus 10 lakh, total 35 lakh. 35 lakh means how many shares? Divided by 100 means 35,000 equity shares. Next, remaining 10 lakh through preference share capital. So debenture they have not used here, but remaining 10 lakh rupees they raised through preference share capital. So what is the preference share capital amount then? 10 lakh rupees preference share capital. You have to calculate preference dividend. Preference dividend how much now? 5%. 5% you have to calculate for 10 lakh. Use your calculator. 10 lakh into 5%, that is 50,000 preference dividend. Preference dividend 50,000. So in the first plan debenture is not there. In the last plan debenture is not there. In the second and third preference share capital is not there. So cost of the company's expected EBIT will be rupees 8 lakh. So EBIT, from the EBIT itself problem begins. So EBIT or operating profit given in the problem, that is 8 lakh, earning before interest and tax. Corporate tax rate is 46%. So tax rate is 46%. Determine the EPS, earning per share, in each alternative and comment which alternative is best and why. You have to select the plan based on the maximum earning per share. You have to compare the answer finally, earning per share, in which case earning per share is maximum, that alternative you have to choose, and you have to give the reason also why you are choosing that plan, because your earning per share is maximum. So this is overall explanation for problem number 2. Now you can see the solution quickly. Yeah, solution for the second problem. Concentrate. See, problem begins from here. This is just for your understanding I have written. One, EBIT EPS analysis is heading plan 1, plan 2, plan 3 and plan 4. In the case of plan 1, all equity. In the case of plan 2, equity and debt. In the case of plan 3, equity and debt. And in the case of plan 4, once again it is equity and preference share capital. Now in the case of first plan, all equity means 25 lakh existing capital structure, 20,000 additional capital. So total equity capital is how much? 45 lakh. In the second case, existing 25 lakh equity share capital, additional 10 lakh equity share capital. So 35 lakh equity capital and 10 lakh rupees is debenture capital. In the third case, 25 lakh existing capital and 5 lakh additional capital. So total 30 lakh equity and 15 lakh is debenture. According to plan I have written. This one you need not write, just for your understanding. And the plan 4, 25 lakh existing and plus 10 lakh is additional. So 35 lakh rupees equity, 10 lakh rupees is preference share capital. That's okay. If you are not writing this part also, not a problem. Just mention plan 1, plan 2, plan 3 and plan 4. You know, problem begin with what? EBIT, earning before interest and tax. Right, for all the plan, earning before interest and tax is same. That is operating profit. How much it is? 8 lakh rupees minus interest. When you are calculating the interest, remember only about the debenture capital, because interest you cannot calculate for equity share capital, interest you cannot calculate for preference share capital. Interest is applicable only for the debenture capital. Now in the first case debenture is not there, write nil, and in the case of plan 4 also debenture is not there, therefore write nil. Next, plan 2 and plan 3, already I have calculated and shown in the question itself. How much is the debenture capital in the second plan? 10 lakh rupees is the debenture capital in the second plan. 10 lakh into 8% debenture capital, it is given in the plan. So 8% means 80,000 debenture interest. In the case of third plan, 15 lakh rupees is the debenture capital. 15 lakh into how much percentage? 9% is the debenture capital, debenture interest. So 1,35,000 is the debenture interest. Fourth plan, debenture interest is not there. Yeah, EBIT minus interest, EBT. here 8 lakh itself, here 7 lakh 20, here 6 lakh 65, here 8 lakh. Now calculate tax 46 percentage for EBT. 8 lakh into 46 percentage, that is 3 lakh 68,000. So tax calculate, it is a direct calculation. For EBT you have to calculate the tax. So EBT minus tax is equal to PAT, or earning after tax. Then according to the format, deduct preference dividend. First plan no preference share capital, write nil. Second plan no preference share capital, write nil. Third case no preference share capital, write nil. But in the case of fourth plan, how much is the preference share capital? 10 lakh is the preference share capital. It is given in the plan. So 10 lakh into 5% preference dividend. So 10 lakh into 5%, how much it is? 10 lakh into 5%, use your calculator, it is 50,000. So 50,000 is preference dividend, right? Then deduct once again, you will get earning available to equity shareholders, earning available to equity shareholders. Then in the formula, in the format itself, what you have to do? You have to divide. You have to divide everywhere. You have to divide with the number of shares outstanding. When you are writing number of shares outstanding, it is applicable only for the equity shareholders. It is only applicable for equity shareholders. In the first plan, how many equity share capital we have? 45 lakh equity share capital, divided by 100 means 45,000 shares. Remember, this is not 45,000 amount, this is 45,000 shares. In the second plan, 35,000 shares, third plan 30,000 shares, and fourth plan 35,000 shares. Already I have explained in the previous slide. Then divide earning available to equity shareholders, 4,32,000 divided by 45,000. So 9.6 in the case of first plan, second plan 11.11, third plan 11.97, and fourth plan is 10.91. Then which one is the maximum earning per share, you tell me? In the case of third plan, maximum earning per share we can see how much that is, rupees 11.97. So you have to choose which plan? Third plan you have to choose. Third plan, what is the third plan says? 30 lakh rupees equity share capital and 15 lakh rupees debenture capital. That plan gives maximum earning per share, that is rupees 11.97. So earning per share formula you write, earning available to equity shareholders divided by number of shares outstanding. Calculation already we have finished here itself, in the format itself. So this is the problem relating to EBIT and EPS analysis. Problem is simple but not that much easy. You have to identify debenture capital, preference share capital, as well as number of equity shares correctly. Otherwise, from the beginning itself you will make the mistake. So be careful. So this is EBIT EPS analysis problem. Then we will go to the next concept, that is indifference point. So indifference point, not that much important from exam point of view. It is just like how we calculated EBIT and EPS analysis through statement. Same thing we are calculating by using the formula. Not that much important, but still concept is important for the future classes. Therefore, study the formula regarding the indifference point, then the logic, concept, everything like previous problem only. You have to identify how much is equity share, how much is debenture capital, that you have to identify. In the case of indifference point, listen, in the case of indifference point, you have to calculate EBIT. In the previous case, EBIT given in the problem, and from the EBIT what you have to calculate? You have to calculate earning per share. But under indifference point problem, you have to calculate EBIT, earning before interest and tax. You see the problem from the beginning till the end, EBIT is not given in the problem. Therefore, you have to apply indifference point formula in order to calculate what? EBIT, earning before interest and tax. But condition is there. Under indifference point, you are calculating one EBIT. In that EBIT, your EPS must be same. Are you getting? you are calculating EBIT under indifference point, but in that EBIT level for all the plan your EPS must be same. See, in the previous problem you are getting different EPS, earning per share, but in the indifferent point case, in one EBIT level your EPS must be same. That is the meaning of indifference point. I will show you how we are getting same earning per share in the calculated EBIT. So this is the problem relating to indifference point. For your reference, indifference point means you are calculating EBIT, but in that EBIT level your EPS, earning per share, must be same. Read the problem now. Yeah. WDC Limited has a total capitalization of rupees 10 lakh consisting of entirely equity capital 10 lakh. So how much is equity share capital? Entire 10 lakh rupees is equity share capital, called existing capital structure. 10 lakh rupees existing capital structure, face value is rupees 10. Can you tell me face value rupees 10 means how much is number of shares outstanding? 10 lakh divided by 10. How much it is? 10 lakh divided by 10 means 1 lakh is the number of shares outstanding. That is existing capital structure. I will write it here. So you note down there itself, so that then later it will be easier. So 1 lakh rupee, 1 lakh shares, 1 lakh, what is that? 1 lakh equity shares, 1 lakh equity shares. Now it is planning to raise additional fund of rupees 5 lakh. What I told, whatever additional amount is there, that amount you have to compare with the plan. Last problem 4 plans are given, here 2 plans are given. Remember, for indifference point only 2 plans they are giving. So additional capital is 5 lakh. Implementing the capital budgeting project, there are 2 alternatives available to the company. What is the 2 alternatives? For project A, entirely equity share capital by issue of shares means, entire equity share capital means only you have to compare additional amount, complete 5 lakh rupees through equity share capital. So existing they have 10 lakh rupees plus 5 lakh rupees additional. Total how many equity shares then? 15 lakh equity shares. Number of shares how much then? Face value divided by 10. 15 lakh divided by 10 means 1,50,000 shares. In the case of plan 1, 1,50,000 shares. How 1,50,000 shares? 1 lakh existing, 50,000 additional. So 1,50,000 shares for plan 1. Next, project B, entire amount by debt, entire amount by debt at 10% interest. So how much is entire amount? 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees is into 10% interest means how much is the debenture amount? 50,000 is debenture what? Debenture interest. 50,000 is debenture interest. Can you tell me how much is equity shares? Yeah, I want the answer now from the students. Tell me how much is number of equity shares? Anybody? In the plan B, how much is number of equity shares? Existing 10 lakh rupees we have. Existing 10 lakh rupees we have, and entire amount, additional amount we raised through debenture amount. So how much is number of equity shares in the plan B?
1 lakh equity shares.
Yeah, good. It is 1 lakh equity shares. How it is 1 lakh equity shares? Because it is applicable in the case of plan B, only existing capital structure is applicable. 10 lakh equity shares divided by face value 10. So 1 lakh equity shares, because entire additional amount raised in the form of debenture capital. Therefore 1 lakh equity shares. So plan 1, 1,50,000 equity shares. Plan 2, 1 lakh is the equity shares. 50,000 is the debenture interest. Tax bracket is 50%. So tax rate is 50%. Calculate indifference point. Calculate indifference point. Yeah, go to the solution part. This is the indifference point formula. Everyone note down the formula. This is the formula. Two sides are there in the formula. EBIT into 1 minus T divided by N1. Listen, this is for all equity. Left side is for all equity case, and right side is regarding equity and debt. Right side is regarding equity and debt. How can you recognize that, you tell me? Because in the left side interest is missing. Check it, interest is missing. Interest is missing means debenture is not there. That is all equity case. And in the second case part, that is right side, what is given? Interest is given. I means interest. Therefore it is the combination of equity and debt. So first of all, formula EBIT into 1 minus T divided by N1 is equal to EBIT minus I, that is earning before interest minus interest, into 1 minus T, tax portion you are deducting, divided by N2. Listen, N1 means number of shares outstanding, N2 means number of shares outstanding. N1 means number of share outstanding in the first plan, N2 is number of share outstanding in the second plan. Now in this indifference point case, EBIT they will not give in the problem. You have to calculate EBIT. Therefore write EBIT as it is, because we don't know the EBIT portion. Tax rate we know, therefore you write 1 minus 0.50. Why we are writing 0.50? Because it is 50% tax. 50% tax we are writing in the form of 0.50. Divided by N1, it is 1,50,000. N1 means number of share outstanding in the first case. How it is? 10 lakh existing capital structure we have, plus additional how much? Additional 5 lakh. Additional 5 lakh. 10 lakh existing capital structure plus 5 lakh, 15 lakh divided by 10, that is 1,50,000. Here it is only 1 lakh. Now calculation part, be careful now. EBIT 1 minus 0.50 means it is 0.50 multiply with the EBIT. What you will get? 0.50 EBIT you will get divided by 1,50,000 as it is equal to, substitute this bracket first. 1 minus 0.50 how much? 0.50. 0.50 into EBIT, how much it is? 0.50 EBIT. 0.50 into 50,000, how much it is? 25,000. Use your calculator. 1 minus 0.50 means 0.50. 0.50 multiply with the entire these amount. 0.50 into EBIT, 0.50 EBIT minus symbol as it is. 0.50 into 50,000, it is 25,000 divided by 1 lakh as it is. Now cross multiplication. Check it, check the arrow, cross multiplication. Yeah, what you will get? 1,50,000, observe carefully, 1,50,000 into 0.50, how much you will get? See, I am doing this part first. 0.50 EBIT into 1 lakh, how much it is? 50,000 EBIT. 0.50 into 1 lakh is 50,000, EBIT remain as it is. So 50,000 EBIT is equal to 1,50,000 into 0.50, that is 75,000 EBIT. 1,50,000 into 25,000, that is 375 crore. 1,50,000 into 25,000, it is 375 crore. See the calculator, how many zeros are there? As it is you put, then you will get the right answer. 1,50,000 into 25,000, it is 375 crore. Yeah. Now substitute EBIT, bring it to one side. 50,000 EBIT is here, 75,000 EBIT you bring it to here. What will happen? Minus 25,000 EBIT, because plus 50,000 minus 75,000 EBIT means it is minus 25,000 EBIT is equal to, this portion remains here, minus 375 crore. Then finally EBIT is equal to, minus minus get cancelled here, this minus and this minus get cancelled. So EBIT is equal to 375 crore divided by 25,000. So answer is EBIT is equal to 1,50,000. So you should know how to solve the equations. I hope you have studied how to solve the equation in regression analysis. You have studied, then yeah, especially in the regression analysis last semester you have studied already how to solve the equations. So this equation, small mistake if you do also, you will get the different answer. So EBIT is 1,50,000, but you can cross verify your answer whether the answer is right or wrong. You can cross verify. How you can cross verify, you tell me? Because already I told, under EBIT, under indifference point, whatever EBIT answer you are getting, in that EBIT answer your EPS must be same. Your EPS must be same. So I am cross verifying the answer now. EBIT EPS analysis heading. Plan 2 we have plan 1 and plan 2, or project A and project B. Project A is all equity case, project B is equity and debt case. Now EBIT, how much EBIT we got? 1,50,000. Take one, both the case 1,50,000. Then interest, first case, since all equity, there is no question of calculating the debenture interest, right? Nil. So in the second case, how much is debenture capital in the second case? Tell me. Entire amount is debenture capital, that means 5 lakh. So 5 lakh into how much percentage debenture interest? I think 10%. Yes, 10%. So 50,000 interest deduct. EBT 1,50,000, EBT is 1 lakh. So tax portion is 50%, 75, 50,000. Deduct PAT 75,000, 50,000 minus preference dividend. We have not used any preference share capital. Therefore, both the case nil. So earning available to equity share 75,000, 50,000. In the case of plan 1, number of equity share is 1,50,000. In the case of plan 2, 1 lakh is the number of equity shares. So divide 75,000 divided by 1,50,000, 0.50. 50,000 divided by 1 lakh is 0.50. So we are getting same EPS answer. Therefore, calculated EBIT answer is correct. So that is the solution. So one more problem is pending. That problem I will solve in tomorrow's class. Now if you have any doubt means you can clarify.